हेलो एवरीवन। लास्ट वीडियो में हम लोगों ने we talked about basically the water bodies and the islands surrounding North America. In this video, we'll talk about the mountains, plateaus, deserts, lakes, and the rivers. So let's draw the map first. So I started from Alaska region, then I draw Beaufort Sea, then I moved forward to draw Hudson Bay, and then we moved further to Florida region and then Gulf of Mexico, then this peninsula. Now let me draw the western part. This is so roughly this is the map of North America. So from the western region we saw that this was Gulf of Alaska. Then this we saw that Beaufort Sea over here. Over here we saw a number of islands. This island was Victoria Island. I said in the north east of Victoria Island we had another island called Elizabeth Island, and east of Elizabeth Island Ellesmere Island, and over here we saw Greenland, and west of Greenland over here we saw a group of islands called Baffin Island. This was Baffin Sea, this was Davis Strait, this was Labrador Sea. All these we have already discussed in the last video. This is Hudson Bay. Over here we saw Newfound Island, and this was Florida Peninsula, this was Yucatan Peninsula, this is Gulf of Mexico, this part is California Peninsula, this is Gulf of California. So all these things we have already seen. We saw that over here Cuba was there, then many other islands were present. And if I draw parts of South America also, so you'll realize that this one is Caribbean Sea. So all these things we have already seen in the last video. Now let's see the mountains, plateaus, and the deserts in this map. So starting from the northern extension of Rockies, it is Brooks Range. Then this one is Mackenzie Range, and this is in continuity till here is Rockies. So let me write them. This is Brooks Range. This one is Mackenzie Range. And obviously this is Rocky Mountain. Then in the west of this mountain range, over here, Alaska Range. This one is Alaska Range. Then this entire part is coastal mountains, coastal range. And over here Cascade Range, Cascade Range. Then this part is Sierra Nevada Range, and then over here we have another range called Sierra Madres. Then on the eastern side, this is Appalachian Mountain, Appalachian Mountains. Now coming to the plateaus. So over here, in between Cascade Range and Rockies, over here we have one plateau called uh, Columbia Plateau, Columbia Plateau, and between Sierra Nevada and Rockies, over here there is another plateau called Colorado Plateau. And this part on the eastern part, this is Laurentia Plateau, Laurentia Plateau. So once we'll talk about the resources, we'll discuss these things again. We'll tell you the economic significance of these landforms. But we have talked about three plateaus in North America. Now let's see the important deserts present in North America. So between Columbia and Colorado Plateau, there is a desert called this one, and below this another desert. So first one is called Great Basin Desert, and below this Great Basin we have another desert called Mojave Desert, and on the tip of this Gulf of California, extending southward, this one is Sonoran Desert, and further southward we have another desert called Chihuahuan Desert. Maybe pronunciation is different in North America, but this is how we need to remember the mountains, plateaus, and the deserts of North America. So now let's see the lakes and rivers. So let's draw the map again. Now let's see the lakes and the rivers. So starting with the lakes. So in the northernmost part in Canada, northernmost Canada, you'll find Lake Bear. And below this Lake Bear, another lake, Lake Slave. Then below this, another lake, Lake Athabasca. All these are questions of prelims examination. Arrange them from north to south. Another lake, Lake Reindeer. find a lake called Lake Winnipeg. And then the Great Lakes of North America. Over here starting. This one is Lake Superior. This is Michigan. This one is Huron. Over here Erie, then Ontario, and this is connected by a river called St. Lawrence River. So let me give the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1 is Lake Superior, then Michigan. Michigan Lake lies completely in US. Other lakes lie in US and Canada both. Then third is Huron. Next is Erie and Ontario. So this is again a question, arrange them from west to east. Anyway, so between these two lakes, Erie and Ontario, Niagara Falls is there. Famous Niagara Fall is between Erie and Ontario, and this river that I told you is St. Lawrence River. Anyway, so another river over here you have seen Columbia Plateau. So in this Columbia Plateau there is a river flowing westward, Columbia River. So this river is Columbia River. Then Colorado Plateau, there is another river flowing which drains into Gulf of California. This river is called Colorado River. If we move further north, over here you have seen Alaska range, and in the north this was Brooks range. So over here a river originates and moves westward called Yukon River. So Yukon River is flowing in Alaska, starting from Canada, and then from the Mackenzie Range, east of Mackenzie Range, another river originates called Mackenzie River. Mackenzie River drains into Beaufort Sea. This is Beaufort Sea. Anyway, so from here, a river originates Missouri, and from near the Appalachian, west of Appalachian, another river originates. This is Mississippi, and this is Missouri River. Missouri River later on becomes tributary of Mississippi, and this river drains in Gulf of Mexico. This is Gulf of Mexico, and from the southern part of Rockies, another river originates and flows southeastward and later on becomes the uh, boundary between US and Mexico. This river is River Grande. So these are the important lakes and rivers of North America. In one more video, we can discuss the important resources of North America. But for now, the last video, which was pertaining to the islands and the water bodies surrounding North America, and this video, which is related to mountains, plateaus, deserts, lakes, and rivers of North America. If you're lucky, again, I keep on saying in this classroom also, if you're lucky, you might find certain questions directly from this area. So make sure that you draw them in your notes copy. Once you draw them twice or thrice, you can easily remember all these names. So this was about North America mapping. See you in the next session. Thank you so very much. All the very best.